friends, it's Audrey and welcome back to my studio. I am here with Clique Kits International today to show you how this layout came together. So I used the Chloe Pet Shop, it's a cat focused kit, add-on kit, which is still available in the shop. I also used another kit from Newton's Nook to do this background. That is, I don't believe that is available, but that did come from Clique Kits. So I'm going to show you how this layout came together. This is a layout celebrating my little baby girl Barley Jane. So two things I want to just point out. You won't see in the video these Nuvo drops, so I used some Nuvo drops from my stash in order to just add a little pop around here. I decided to do that after I stopped filming. Also, I just want to point out that this layout is based on inspired by a sketch from Simple Scrapper. So, I was struggling a little bit with an idea, and I browsed through the Simple Scrapper sketch library, and voila, I got some inspiration to bring this layout together. So without further ado, let's jump in and see how this came together. Thanks for watching. Alright, let's get started. So what I'm doing now is I am taking some pictures out, or some papers out that I like, to kind of match up here. I'm going to be using the Simon Hurley Psych ink pad and this add-on kit from Newton's Nook, which I don't know if it's available anymore. But I want to use the stencils. In the background, and possibly this stamp set. But anyway, so now I'm going to pick out the papers that I want to put underneath, and I'm mindful of what the rest of the kit has in it. I think I'm going to go with the yellows. Alright, so now that I've got them pretty much picked out, I'm going to cut them in the 4x6 shape that my picture is in. Alright, and I also like this newspaper one, so I'm going to decide how I want to deal with that one too, because I have another 2 sets. So I'm going to cut the newspaper one down. I think I'm going to cut it on this side here. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to put these together and fan them out. Okay, so I am fanning these out so they're all 4x6, and then I'm going to pop this up in the middle of it. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this, because my idea was kind of to do 3 on each side. Alright, so now that I have a general idea, I am going to just kind of mark where everything is going to be going. Alright, so now I gotta break up my page a little bit. So I am going to be stenciling on here. I have very slight marks so I know where to stencil. And then I'm going to do some stitching and some paint splatter just to get this broken up. Alright, so I'm going to take my stencil and I need a scrap piece of paper. Let me find one on my desk. Alright, I have to go grab a scrap piece of paper. Alright, got a scrap piece of paper. Alright, so I'm taking this Simon Hurley ink, which is from my stash, and I'm just putting it on a dauber, just a little bit, on a blender. And you can tape the stencil down, but I kind of like a messier look, so I'm just gonna rub it on, and since I moved it around, alright, so I'm just rubbing it down on there. So you can see how that comes out. So you can achieve the same effect with Distress Oxides. I just happen to have a yellow color from the Simon Hurley ink. Alright, so that's a good background for me. I'm just going to clean this up. And I'm just using a wet wipe to clean off the stencil. Okay, so you'll see how this is gonna play out. Alright, so I am going to now, I want some paint splatter that's gonna be, you know, I'm gonna change my mind. First of all, I'm getting rid of the pink one. Yeah, let's get rid of the pink. Change it to yellow. I like that better. And I'm going to cut these down. Alright, so this is how my process works. I get... Sometimes I plan, and sometimes I don't really have a clear... Sometimes I plan and sometimes I don't really have a clear direction, and with this one I've got a little bit of a general idea of what I want to do. I know I want to layer these papers because I want to use these papers, but yeah, so this one I'm going to save because I like that writing, and I'm going to cut this one down to alright. So I'm going to put a strip of paper down here to break it up. So something kind of like, maybe I'll put the pink in there. Yeah, okay, I have a general idea. Alright, so yeah, that's how my process works, because sometimes I change my mind. I'm just thinking out loud here. Alright, yeah, so sometimes, here it is. This is what I was looking for. Sometimes I change my mind, sometimes I do different things. So yeah, that's how my process works. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do some paint splatter, and I'm going to try to figure out what color I want to do. I kind of want to bring the pink in because the pink matches her nose and it coordinates. So I think I want to bring the pink in. So I think I'm going to find a pink splatter that kind of goes along with this color. So I'm going to meet you back here in a few minutes to do the splatter. All right. Okay, I decided on using watercolor. So you can see here, this is my little bit of a test sheet. So this is the color I'm actually going to use. These are a gold, but you'll see I'm going to finish this, I think, with some Nuvo dots. I don't really like the gold. I'm going to do some big yellow watercolors and then a small pink one. So I'm just using, for the watercolors here, this is just a set from my stash. I'm using just a regular brush, and I'm putting a lot of water on it. I really want a lot of water because I want some big splashes here. So I'm just gonna, whoop. And then I'm just gonna take some more water. See the big splashes that I'm getting here? That's what I want. I want really big concentrated yellow splashes. So now I have a very little brush and I'm going to do some of the pink. So I think I'm going to use this color pink. Let's see. Nah, that's too dark. Yep, see, that's too dark. So one that's a little bit lighter. There you go, see? Yep, that works perfectly. Okay, so now I'm taking the little one, the little brush, and I'm going to do a very concentrated amount. And I'm just going to very lightly splash the pink on there. So here I've got the little brush, I'm taking a very little amount of water so I get a more concentrated amount of watercolor on there. Alright. I'm going to let this dry, but I will meet you back here in just a few seconds to finish this layout up. Alright, let's finish this layout up. Okay, so you'll see here what I did was I sewed just a messy running stitch around the border, and that just kind of brings it together. So I am going to try to figure this out. I think it was like this. Alright, so I am intentionally putting the white piece of paper in between the colored paper because that will break up, and that won't make it so white on the bottom. Alright, Barley girl. Yep, I like that. Alright, so now the magic comes in gluing it down. We'll just see how this works. We're just going to go for it. Alright, so I'm moving them over a little bit because, as you can see, you can't, it's hard to see all three pattern strips of paper in with the photo underneath. So, alright. Yeah, that works. Okay, so now I'm gonna pop up the photo with pop dots from my stash. I don't think I'm gonna put this strip on yet because I think I'm gonna use embellishments gonna do a bunch of embellishments like around this corner. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play around and see. Alright, I'm going to use my tiny attacher to attach these two hearts here. Once I get these glued down, I'm going to stop the video and grab a piece of twine. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I just wanted to grab a small piece of twine from my stash for the tag. So I went with pink to bring those pink elements into this layout because Barley is a girl. If you guys are wondering what this is, Barley comes to visit me in the craft room and she'll pick through garbage and stuff, so I just collect the leftover string in a little bag to throw out when it gets filled up so she doesn't eat it, because she likes to, you know, play and eat with string. So that's what that is. Alright. Now, I'm thinking about putting a title here. Oh, I want to put these little hearts. I think I'm just gonna, I was thinking about stamping a title, but I think I am just going to use my beautiful handwriting and then just write here. Alright, I'm calling it done. Thanks for watching, friends.